Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Added Time FPL, our weekly football podcast, speaking about the Fantasy Premier League. We're so close, we're so near to the 2024-2025 season. If you've not met us before or joined us yet, I'm Nate, this is Mike. Welcome, we hope you enjoy the content. Leave a like down below, subscribe if you would like, comment down below, let us know your teams for this week. I'm sure there's a lot of things coming through. But today, we've got a nice little segment for you, talking about the best formations to be using this weekend. A lot of you are maybe not sure, should be using 3 defenders, 4 defenders, 5 defenders, 3 midfielders, 4 midfielders, 5 midfielders, 1 striker, 2 striker, 3 striker. We're here to give you the best possible formation to use this week. Statistically proven, based off preseason, all done right here on this video in one place. Mike.
Yes, and I'll have you know, back in the day when I started playing FPL, I used to go with 5 at the back.
What a maniac.
5, and it worked. I think I started the season once with 5 at the back, and I actually won that season. That was in our little mini group. That was that one season. However, things have changed since then. This season, defenders and goalkeepers have their bonus points nerfed. There is little chance that they're going to be getting those bonus points. They are making the game more geared towards attackers, and that means that we all should be playing 3 at the back. A 3 at the back formation not only unlocks the potential for greater bonus points moving forward in your midfield and attack, but there's so many good budget options in midfield that opening up those midfield options with a 3 at the back is vital. And there's so many good premium defenders that it's actually become easy to choose 3 premium defenders to start your game with and go from there. And honestly, you're choosing your defenders on 2 basic ideas right now. Number 1, are they getting clean sheets? Number 2, do they have goal potential? And so if you're going to go for 3 at the back, you look at those 2 options, looking at form and fixture and history, but are they going to get a clean sheet in this game week? And are they going to have a goal threat? And if your defender can hit one of those 2 targets, 3 at the back is the way to go.
Yeah, I agree. And the thing is, I miss it, but gone are the days of clean sheets. The style of football has also just evolved to trying to outscore your opponent. Not many teams play low block. Those that do, they are recognized. You've still got your Southampton goalkeepers from the old days, your Crystal Palace, your Evertons that used to get points in the defense. Now it's kind of which defender can score you points in assists and goals. So you're not really targeting those clean sheets anymore. And with that being said, if you're not targeting clean sheets, why go with 4 defenders? Why go with 5 defenders? There is some merit to it, but statistically on average, 3 at the back is the way to go, especially if you have 3 at front. You can only have 4 or 3 at the back. So you might as well just go with the 3, save some money, put some defenders on the bench, and free up the funds. With that being said, I want to ask you, there's obviously a lot going around with the defenders about who to pick. A lot of 4.5 million defenders that are very good. Is there anyone in mind that's standing out to you that you think you should have in your defense going forward into this game week?
As a budget pick or as a
budget pick?
As a budget pick, I am looking heavily at Martinez. With Luke Shaw, the information coming out is that he is slightly carrying an injury. He will not start the game week. Martinez gives me an in to Man United. He's taking that left back role during preseason, and he's coming in at 4.5. So if I was looking at a player to come in at 4.5 who's on my radar right now, hot news, Luke Shaw's injured, and Martinez comes in at left back.
And I would say to you as well, you could probably get away with 2 budget mid defenders and 1 premium defender. You could go like Martinez, Burn, and Trent. You could go Vardiel, Konsa. There's a lot of mix and match. You could have one premium defender to pivot you some guaranteed points, and then maybe 2 cheaper ones. With the 2 cheaper ones being said, should we be focusing then our budget in the midfield?
100%. Midfield options. There are so many budget midfield options that are looking like they are ready after preseason. These 5 or 6 budget, plus you have your premiums of Salah and Saka and Palmer to choose from to fill out that midfield. And still then you've got Son and Fernandez to choose. There's so much in the midfield. You're gonna end up going with a 3-4-3 or a 3-5-2, and you're gonna build that midfield and attack on 2 to 3 premiums and fill it up with budget players all around it. It just depends where you're putting your money.
Salah has shaved his head. Have you seen? He looks
Yeah,
a
he's
bit
going
deadly. He's
like
ready
a
to.
weapon.
Yeah, yeah. I think I personally am going to be going with a 3-4-3 this weekend. The new news from Solanke that we spoke about in our last video, along with Isak and Haaland, I think is probably going to be my front three. I think a lot of people will probably look at doing that as well. What do you think you'd be going to, a 3-5-2 or a 3-5-3?
I think because of Solanke, we all moving to a 3-4-3 because that third striker spot was always like is there a better midfielder than Muniz as a budget? But now if we're going to have a 7.5 Solanke next to 8.5 Isak with a Haaland finishing up your attacking trio, it leaves you honestly, it leaves you only space for like 2 premiums and 2 budget picks in your midfield anyways.
Yeah.
So, but like I said, there's an abundance of budget picks, so we might be able to get away with it. So it looks like 3-4-3 is the formation to go with. I think you can argue that 3-5-2 is better because midfielders can get clean sheet points, plus they can get goals. And if you can find those special midfielders who are playing further forward, like for example, there's someone out there who's going to choose Kuleveski and Fernandez, and both of those guys have the potential to play a false 9. And so you have a midfielder who's going to get a clean sheet point, who's going to get a normal creative returns, but he's also going to have goal threat because they're
Playing
in
in
a
the
false
number 9 area. Yeah.
So and that actually puts up. This is not a I Love Man United podcast or video,
Because we
but
don't.
but this has just put up Fernandez's appeal to me because Rashford is playing on left wing and Hollyant is injured and they haven't bought a striker. Whether they're buying Tony or someone, it hasn't happened yet. And that means Fernandez is starting the first game up front. So he's a real option in midfield who's technically going to be playing as striker. So if you are going to play 3-4-3, you can put a fourth striker in by having a midfielder that's a striker.
Well, there you go. And on that note, that pretty much wraps up the segment about the best team, the best formation. I think 3-4-3 or 3-5-2 is the way to go going into this game week. But
I think most good managers are 3-4-3.
Yeah. I think most of the template teams as well are 3-4-3. So unless you're Rodwan and have these crazy ideas, just stick to the templates.